This is Bob Sansevere. I'm here with the Vikings beat reporter for the Pioneer Press, Rick Alonzo, and Deputy Sports Editor John Plume. My thought, this game in New Orleans, the key is how do the tackles handle the noise, because they're not going to be able to hear Favre if that place gets as loud as the Dome does. What's the key, Rick, in your mind?
I think it's a lot of keys. I mean, what you just mentioned, I think the safety play against Drew Brees is going to be very important. Jared Allen versus the Saints left tackle, Jermon Bushrod. How is that guy going to handle Jared? Because he's had some ups and downs this year.
Now, John, do you see their offense being disrupted in any way by addressing Jared Allen, and if Ray Edwards or Brian Robeson can get anywhere near the kind of game that Edwards got?
I don't see them being disrupted. I just think the Vikings have to come and play as hard as they did against Dallas. If they get the same kind of pass rush, against Drew Brees that they got on Tony Romo, I don't see any reason why they can't have the same kind of success.
Now, Rick, the way Brett Favre is playing, I mean, he's taken it to another level all season. But do you get the feeling there is something special about that team because of him being a part of it?
Yeah, I would agree with that. But it's just the thing is, it's going to be such a tough game down there. They're out of their element. I mean, the defense has been much better at home than they have been on the road. And it's just going to be a lot to ask. But I do think that, this is why they signed Favre to get them to the Super Bowl. Another one win away, But getting back to another key matchup here, I think that, the Saints have not defended the run well up the middle all season. The key here is Adrian Peterson and Chester Taylor and how they can finally get Peterson really have a big game.
John, that leads to the thing I wanted to ask you. Adrian Peterson, people keep waiting for that big game. He's gonna have he's gonna do it. There's no better time than an NFC Championship game. Do you see him having the big game and being maybe overshadowing Favre and the passing part of the offense?
I mean, let's not forget the Saints are 26th against the run. So if there was ever a time for Adrian Peterson to break loose and have a big game and propel this team into the Super Bowl, this has got to be the game. But don't forget about how the Vikings used Percy Harvin, shifting him from wide receiver into the backfield. They did some creative things with him. And I think they'll do some even more creative things to get that running game started, because I think ultimately the running game is the key to this game. The Vikings have to possess the football. That'll slow down Drew Brees and company.
When you're in a stadium that's going to have a lot of noise, it's a lot easier for the offensive linemen and the tackles to be going forward at the snap than trying to back up with the defensive players knowing when the snap is. So I do think they'll be running the ball a lot more. Rick, John, one way or the other, Vikings win, Vikings lose, I think we'll be talking about them again a week from now.